Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jonathan Cohn, and today I'll be talking about my review for the third volume in the My Hero Academia series, and this one is technically titled All Might. And I have, of course, the third volume. I have reviewed Volume 1 and Volume 2 on the channel, and I would recommend you go check out those reviews. Basically, I really like the heart of the story, and I really like the main character, and I really like All Might. Don't really care for the artistic style quite as much, but that's less important as the story and the characters. However, I will say that I think that the story was great in this book. The characterization was not quite as well done as the first two volumes, and I thought that the artwork was really poor in this book. I think it's the weakest of the artwork of all the three volumes I've read so far. The first part is kind of tying up everything from the last story. You have the whole how do I describe it? The villains who have attacked as they're on the field trip, and you're kind of cleaning up that plot line. You have All Might who's come in, and he's coming to save the day, although he's already used up almost all of his power, and so he's really drained for the day. And so that's happening, and Izuku Midoriya, he figures it out, but he doesn't know how to react to it. And so you see him trying to help out All Might in this book, and that was really special getting to read that. Izuku Midoriya is one of the best characters that I've read in a book series like this because he just has such good heart, and he wants to help people out, and he wants to do what's right. And sometimes that comes at the expense of him doing something that will help him out in the long run. And so I enjoyed that first portion, but it wraps up really quickly in like the first three issues of the volume, and then all of a sudden it takes a hard pivot into the later part of the volume, which is all about the UA Sports Festival. The UA Sports Festival is an entertaining read, and you only get about the first portion of it here. The rest of it will come in the next volume that I'll read eventually. And the UA Sports Festival in this book, I thought, was just so much fun. You get to see all of the characters compete against each other, and you see Izuku trying to compete, but he's just not naturally competitive. He wants to do what's right and just do what's right all the time. He doesn't want to have to fight others. He doesn't want to have to put others down for him to do well. And so you see this natural difficulty of his character that is, I think, really well displayed here. I also think that this book demonstrates the fun of getting to see a bunch of kids fight each other to try to, not in like a game, like a Hunger Games murder each other way, but in like a, hey, I'm gonna beat you in this race, and I'm going to do better and get the sponsors and whatnot. I thought that was highly entertaining part of this book, and so I can't wait to read more about the sports festival. I will say that the artwork was really poor in this book. There were several panels where it seemed like it was just the dialogue, and I love reading dialogue, but I was like, where's the artwork? Where's what's happening? That's the whole reason I got this, is because I want to get into the kind of new parts of artwork and the new storytelling medium. And there were at least 3 or 4 panels where there's just nothing on the panel. It's just the dialogue, and I was very frustrated by that. I still struggle with the action in this series. I think that the author is good at writing the characters standing still, talking with each other, and he's really good at creating original designs, but he's not good at characters in an action doing something, throwing something or catching something. He's not good at that at all, and that's what's really frustrating about this book. I liked the way they used the villain in this book, and I want to make sure I get his name right, and that is Tamura Shigaraki, whatever. That villain, the character with the hands on him, which is really disturbing. He was used well, and there's hints that he has a boss who's maybe more important than him, and I'm really interested in that. But it was so abrupt that I felt that he was leaving more to be desired. And I also thought that the way that this volume, like the end of volume 2, leads into the beginning of this volume, and then it ends, and then this volume leads into the next. And I wish they would make it so that you have a whole volume devoted to the whole villains attacking, and then have a whole volume devoted to the sports festival, and make them clearly delineated. As a result, it makes me feel like I needed to review these as arcs rather than individual volumes as I'm reading them. And it's just, maybe that's, other people are more used to that. The booktubers who talk about manga tend to talk about arcs more, but I just find that really frustrating, because if I want to talk about a book, I just want to talk about the one book at the moment. So that's a personal problem, but anyway, I still think this is a good story as a whole. I just have a lot of issues with this art style, and I also think that this one didn't have quite the level of heart that the first two books had, but still, it is still highly entertaining. So I gave this one a 6 out of 10. A good story, but not amazing. But a 6 out of 10. Pretty good. So overall, I enjoyed it, but I'm a little worried about the future. But we'll see how it goes. I will definitely keep reading the next volume, because I have it. So if you've read My Hero Academia and you've read Volume 3, let me know your comments down below. Tell me, does it get better? Does it get worse? Do you like where it goes? Do you like the paneling? Do you like the artwork in this? Do you like certain characters over others? I found some of the characters, particularly when you have Eraserhead and the announcer together, they were hilarious. I was cracking up with them. But let me know your comments down in the comments down below. And please subscribe to the channel. I have other manga videos for My Hero Academia and other booktube related videos as well. Book reviews, ranking videos, discussions, all that fun stuff. So until next time, I'm Jonathan, and thank you for watching.